and 10. Ball at the 15 of Chicago. Handoff to Jabil Thompson, especially against the pass. A toss right to Thompson. Thompson getting into the second layer.
Moved Brittany Wilson out to tight end and brought Jiskra in at center, and it's proven to be a good move right now.
It's our first look at Dakota Hughes. Hughes, a quick screen to Lawrence Ziegler. And a 19-yard line. That is Ziegler in motion at the top of your screen. They're going to go to Ziegler on the reverse. Pace with that Chicago offense, trailing it 8-0 already. And that is Harris in the open field.
In lane 3, I still won that race. So it's not about him. It's not about any of that. It's about the game of football.
Set up beautifully here at the 13. Inside handoff. That's Jessica Salad.
It's interesting. Chicago's defensive game plan is to control the Ferrari, put the ball in Dakota Hughes' hands. It's going to be fun to watch the Defensive Player of the Year, Kristen Morrison, go one-on-one with the Ferrari.
And look at that 1 yard line of Chicago. They're going to go to Harris. And look at Harris get stood up.
The house knows who's getting this football.
A 4th and goal from the 1. Handoff, Christelle Harris. That was Sean in the game. But that's a conversion you've got to take in from the 1.
When you got the Ferrari in the backfield,
Chantel Taylor was huge on that 4th and goal. This is Jabil Thompson to the 35 yards in the initial drive. Going back to Thompson, and why not? That is
something to stop the Chicago running game.
A 2nd and 5 dump off in the flat with Tamika Robinson. Now a 1st and 10 from the 15. Caldwell in the flat, across
back sneak.
The ball now to the half-yard line, no problem for the large stack of the backfield. Hughes under center, gonna go to the Ferrari behind Brittany Demery. But I tell you what, Chantel
for a couple good gainers, but out of the end zone, she's been shut down.
That's Dakota Hughes buying time in the pocket, has a receiver.
He's known to drop casual passes. Now there's the hold, you see it right there. Watch the Fezekai adjust.
Goal ball at the 6 of Chicago. This is Hughes rolling right in the pocket, wide open. Conversion from the 3. And you could bet they're gonna go to Harris here. Toss left, trying to get the edge and done.
Player, that's 2 missed blocks tonight.
1st and 10, ball at the Chicago 15. That is Alberts in motion. Back to Thompson.
With a running game like this and that move up front, bringing Jiskra in the center, it really looks good.
Back set. That is Thompson in motion. Caldwell from the shotgun, wide open. Hallie Jiskra. Atlanta defense hasn't gotten a stop, but conversely, this offense had an opportunity. And look at MVP honors last year. They're eyeing number 7. That's a handoff to Jolie Fezekai.
Quarterback can throw. It's about time to do it.
3rd and 5. They're going to keep it on the ground. That's Harris. Stiff-arming her way into the side. Now a toss right to that right side. That is Harris. Harris ball. We're starting to see a little bit of that.
Chicago usually plays a clean game. In fact, Coach Hack demands that, but that was cheap.
That is a 3rd and 1st and goal, ball at the Chicago 5. This is Hughes evading the rush. Now buying time with her feet, cutting in.
Her career. She doesn't look quick, she doesn't look fast, but she is very effective scrambling. She makes good cuts, know how to read blocks. She almost got that in the end zone.
As Hughes flanks to the left. And that is Ziegler carrying it into the end zone. A little more tension on the sideline there in Chicago now. Toss right, that is Harris. The door, and his offense back to work here. Caldwell over the middle, back to Jiskra, the center, breaking through arm tackles, and still on. Just for Jane Caldwell, her game awareness, not one of the better ones in the league. Go back to the bank here.
Blocking combinations that Coach DiBiase put in on the front for Chicago.
2nd and goal, toss left, Thompson. Great looking over that play clock and gonna try to surge up the middle. So a 3rd and goal, ball backed up to the 7, going to Thompson, an open gap.
I think Thompson could come in, but I don't think anybody expected her to perform like this.
Here's the extra point. Not be one of the better ones in the league, but just manages to get the job done. Now under a minute. Deandra Fry at 5'3", and Dominique Collins at 5'6". 37 seconds remain. Ball at midfield. This is Hughes back to pass into the flat. That's Salazar. The tight. That there's now 15 seconds on the clock from the shotgun. A lot of time in that pocket. Great blocking. Intercept. Aggressive here, or just goes in the locker room. They're going to elect to just go into the locker room. Good tackle there by Keon. The LFL football night as we look at.
He's going to retire.
A 1st and 10 toss play. That is Harris. A 7-yard carry.
Come to Dan Marino of the LFL, who's never won a championship.
Yeah, I think that's a big thing that's going to hang over to 3rd and 2 from the Atlanta 23. A little trickery. That's Lauren Ziegler. Down. Now the 2-point attempt. That's Christelle Harris. Look at the open field. Atlanta's offense has not had much problems getting points on the board. It's been this defense. And there again with Brittany Demery. A 2nd and 8, toss right. That's Thompson. And that time Salazar whiffing on the tackle. Harris, but we're seeing it from Javille Thompson. 1st and 10 from midfield. Again to Thompson. Trying the end quarter. Ball at the 23 of Atlanta. Toss left, going back to Thompson. Was an all-fantasy strong safety, so definitely missing from this lineup, and that is Quincy Hughes. Ball at the Atlanta 6. That's Alberts in motion, back to Thompson. And Ziegler
Behind the quarterback, I would say quarterback sneak.
That's Jiskra, nice surge up the middle.
And any major mistakes, doing what she has to do to win the football game.
A 2-point attempt by Chicago here into the flat. Look at this from the truck. That's Tamika Robinson, clearly not across there and touched, it looked like, in the playing field.
The 3rd quarter, see Ziegler go hug the other coach.
A 1st and 10, Hughes back to throw. Down the field, showing that arm.
Don't have to hang out over their skis yet.
That's Hughes getting mauled by that Chicago. That's Alberts in motion. Toss left to Thompson. Nobody even touched work. Under 2 minutes remaining in the 3rd, back to Thompson. A lot of traffic, weaving her way, led by Dakota Hughes. That's an inside handoff to Mika Robinson, the rookie.
Well, to come up with a big play.
A 3rd and 7, setting up the screen. That's complete to Thompson.
His veterans has to make a big play right now.
1st and goal, design keeper, Caldwell. And we've got a rugby scrum at the 1. As Chicago now lining up for a 2-point attempt from about the 3-yard line. That's Caldwell calling her own number.
I would imagine they're going to go after Lauren Ziegler again and quickly. They have to score some points on the board to get back in this game.
That's Ziegler in motion from the shotgun. Hughes back to pass. Edge rush to rehab it, but it looks like she may have re-injured. That is an end-around reverse. Lauren Ziegler. They're going to go back to that. A small 50-yard field, so plenty of time. It's as Hughes barely getting that option off. A 2nd and 8. Punt faking Dakota Hughes, buying time. Into the end zone.
Quarterback, it's a nightmare for a quarterback.
3rd and 8, dropping back. Now Hughes taking off with it. No groin injury there on Hughes nonetheless. A 1st and goal at the 4. A little toss. Dakota Hughes under center, fakes the handoff, wide open. Jessica Sepp.
Dakota Hughes targeted Salazar. She's wide open
all night. That is the retired all-fantasy strong safety. But if you want to talk about opportunity, this is a chance for this defense and a gut check time. Look at this. That is a 2nd and 3. Jane Caldwell taking a lot of time off the clock. Now rolling left, calling her own number again. Breaking through. This is only her 2nd full season at the position. Caldwell back to pass, under some pressure. This Atlanta crowd coming to life. Toss right. That is Javille Thompson to the house. And 2:14 left in their season. Quick screen. That's Lauren Ziegler breaking through arm tackles for a gain of. A 2nd and 3 from the Atlanta 22-yard line. Receivers flank to the left, a release to Dino Wachowski. Game.
Absolutely. If they get in here, however, onside kick, they're right back in the game.
Hughes now to Ziegler. Now at the Chicago 18 from the shotgun over the middle. And that one's caught. Salazar. Dino Wachowski under center from the shotgun, trying to set up that wheel route again. This is Hughes into the end zone. Minute 24, clock is stopped. Atlanta with 2 timeouts, a crossing pattern. This time Ziegler holding on to it, getting some good block.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Just hold up.